Hey, what's good, everyone? This is Adnan AD in the clutch, and I want to talk about a team that's like really taking the league by storm. My last video, I did talk about the best team in the Eastern Conference at the time of recording. Now I'm going to talk about the best team in the Western Conference at the time of recording. And right now, that team is none other than the Oklahoma City Thunder, as they just defeated the Utah Jazz 133-106 in a dominating fashion, led by their two main stars at this point in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams. I did not mention Chet Holmgren because right now he's been dealing with a lot of injuries, and then which I'm going to talk about how despite that, these two players have been able to step up despite Chet Holmgren missing some time now. So anyway, from last night's specific game, SGA had 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists, a great all-around game, and Jalen Williams led the team in scoring with 28 points, with 2 rebounds and 5 assists. And I just gotta say, like, just talking about like this team in general, like they have really got all the pieces together between their assets, between having a lot of young players, between getting someone like Alex Caruso, a veteran leader, someone who's also a championship presence, as he won the championship with LeBron James and Anthony Davis back in the 2020 bubble at Disney World. And looking at that, like they're getting the right guidance and the mixture of both youth and veteran leadership to be able to go all out and try to go for this championship, because they feel they're young, they're ready, and they're ready to take the next level to take on the teams like, let's say, the Dallas Mavericks or the Denver Nuggets or the Minnesota Timberwolves, like all these like contending teams that were in either the Western Conference Finals or the semifinals, the Warriors, the Kings, et cetera, like all these like contending teams. The Oklahoma City Thunder feels, why not us? We can do it. You know, we're no different. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he is putting on a clinic right now, as he is averaging like from October and November, because he was just one player of the month, he averaged during that span 29.8 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 6.6 assists. And it's deservingly so. I mean, people can argue, oh, Nikola Jokic deserved the Player of the Month award for October and November, which I understand, and I would agree too, but like we have to look at it from a different perspective, how Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's been taking on this team despite Chet Holmgren not 100%. And he's also like carrying this team like to the best of his abilities, and he's doing amazing, wonderful things. I have watched his game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I noticed he is so smooth and he's so agile. Like he can get out of practically any mess. He reminds me a lot of like, you know, Dwayne Wade in his prime, where Dwayne Wade, he would like dribble in between defenders, or like he'll do all these like euros or spin moves to be able to get out of like all these tough lanes. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does very similar aspects in that regard. And he's something that really separates him from a lot of players, that he can create separation when he's being tight guarded, you know, one-on-one, or he's being double teamed. He's able to like do a little crossover, go around people and create the space needed so he can be able to either get an effective jump shot or go for a drive to go for an M1. And that's very important, because like defenses are schemed around specific star players, you know, not just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but like, let's say, for example, they'll scheme around LeBron, or they'll scheme around Kyrie or Luka. You know, they'll make all these schemes, and if they can't be able to make the separation needed to be able to give either the best shot or pass it to the wide open player, that's not going to do much. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he is known for being able to get that space he needed so he can be able to make the proper decision and do what's best for the team. So that's really important on his part. I believe that's why he's able to have those effective numbers that he has, because of that separation ability. And another thing too that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is known for, not only can he like get out of sticky situations, but he's also really good at drawing fouls. And what I've seen is that like he just like, because he's so smooth with it, and the way he goes about, like he'll do all these like reverse moves, or he'll just make these spin arounds and then like try to get away from the defenders, and then the refs will feel like it's a foul, but like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looks fine, or it doesn't look really like a hard hit on him, and he'll draw himself to the free throw line, which really does help out the game, which really helps him out so much, because like those free throws, those points that he gets, they're crucial for the team winning. So that's another arsenal in his bag for SGA that I believe is going to be really important, especially come playoff time. And like I mentioned before, like the fact that he's been doing the majority of this without Chet Holmgren, who is either in and out of the lineup, or he's been injured, like that really shows how special someone is, because like normally that would derail a team's season, or make them like, oh man, we don't have this guy for X amount of time, or he's done for a while, or he's in and out of the lineup. How are we going to make this work? How are we going to do the proper rotations? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's like, no, I'm good. You know, I can do it. I can take care of this team. and he just leads the team in scoring. He gets everybody involved all around, and he's a really good ISO player. He does everything he needs, and then like the team rallies around SGA. They believe in him, and they try to do their best to support him, and that's why OKC is where they're at, which I really respect and enjoy. Watching from a pure basketball perspective, because like just looking at his game, it's like he's still really young, and people respect SGA so much. I believe partially why is because during Chris Paul's one season as in the Oklahoma City Thunder, when the Thunder were predicted to be one of the worst teams at the time, he did mentor Shai Gilgeous-Alexander a lot, and he teaches them a lot about the game, how to be an effective leader, because Chris Paul's one of the most respected players in all of NBA history. So him like using Chris Paul as a mentor during his time in OKC, I believe really helped him out to propel him for these kind of moments, which is very important. And speaking of important moments, we got to talk about Jalen Williams right here. I mean, this man, he has done amazing things as stepping up as, in my opinion, OKC's number 2 option. And so far, like with Jalen Williams this season, he's averaged 21.8 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5.2 assists while shooting an impressive 51.3% from the field. And that's something that Jalen Williams is known for. He's great for his efficiency. He's known for taking a really good shots, and he was also a good tough shot maker. So like the fact that he's able to shoot really well, especially a team that's like very high powered on offense, that's very key, because if you just jack up a bunch of threes or you just take a bunch of ridiculous shots trying to hope to get a foul, that's going to hurt the team in the long run, and then you're not going to be an effective player, especially come playoff time, because they're going to look at this like, oh, he's just going to try to bait us all day. Let's just have him like just shoot just so he can get his numbers. But no, Jalen Williams, he's taking the right approach, trying to help out, do the best he can with his shooting, and to make shots that he feels he knows he can make, instead of just like jacking around, like just like, foul. It doesn't do nothing like that. So I'm very impressed with that on Jalen Williams' part, and I believe he's going to be very crucial for this OKC Thunder team. But yeah, so just talking about OKC being the number 1 seed, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the team despite Chet Holmgren in and out of the lineup or out straight up. I mean, like, is it time to talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's MVP? I understand Nikola Jokic, Jason Tatum, and Anthony Davis, they're, the top 3 at the time recording in the MVP rankings. But, I mean, we got to give Shai some credit. I mean, I believe, like, he's at least deserving of the conversation. Is he the MVP? Maybe yes, maybe not. But that's for you to decide. And because most of the time, the MVP is decided by the best player on the best team. And if OKC by the end of the season is still the number 1 seed, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's still putting up these amazing numbers, rounding out to around 30 points per game, while having like average, not average, but I mean like 5 or 6 rebounds and assists per game. If he maintains all that till the end of the season, and they're still number 1 seed, most of the time the MVP goes to that person, the best player on the best team. So I don't see why not Shai can't win the MVP. So, but that's up for you guys to decide. What do you guys think? Do you guys believe in this OKC Thunder team? Do you believe it's just they're just catching heat early, or are they going to fizzle out like as the season goes on, or are they going to be a first, second round exit? I'd love to hear you guys out from the comments perspective. And also, like, OKC Thunder fans, how do you guys feel this season? Like, what do you guys feel right now? Like, what do you believe you can go farther in this team? What more do you think you need to be able to complete this team to take on the likes of the Denver Nuggets, the Boston Celtics, or the Dallas Mavericks, or the New York Knicks, or all these like contending teams to be able to finally give Oklahoma City Thunder a championship in OKC? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And while you're at it, please like and subscribe to the channel. I certainly love and appreciate every single last one of you guys. Thank you all so much. God bless, and talk soon.